Welcome to Barry Charles Harness, your one-stop shop for everything harness racing in New Zealand and Australia. And let's get to it. Yes, we're going to go through the New Zealand Trotting Cup week. Yes, how good was it? We're going to talk about Chase a Dream, Millwood Nike, the disappointments of the Muscle Mountains, Akuta disappointing. We're going to go through, obviously, the New Zealand Cup, the trotting free-for-all, Dominion Trot, New Zealand free-for-all, and everything in between, plus a bit of the Aussie races over the weekend as well. Let's get to it. Your one show, Barry Charles Harness. Let's get to it. Yes, well, let's start off here on New Zealand Trotting Cup Day, and we're going to start off with the big race. Yes, Australia versus New Zealand. Swayzee versus Akuta. It was supposed to be a match race in heaven. It turned out to be a bit of a fizzer, to be honest, but the best horse won on the day, no doubt about it. And the question marks are in there. Is New Zealand harness racing at the low of the lows in terms of talent in this country? Because as we've seen on New Zealand free-for-all day, that someone as old as Self-Assured could get it done. And Akuta being so young and can't win that race, well, there's got to be question marks on how good Akuta is compared to the rest of the world. And if Swayzee's winning, well, that shows you where we're at as a harness racing in New Zealand. But yes, Swayzee, let's get back to it. Don't get it twisted. Swayzee did everything right. It stepped well from the start. Akuta did well as well. But the winning of the race, obviously, when Cameron Hart went around. But I had a question mark in this race here about the 600 metre mark with Akuta. Every race that's won this year, it's sat parked and pretty much, I wouldn't say bullied the horse, but it's gone past them. This time, Mark Purna went to the trail. Now, I've seen it a lot of times in these races, in the big long races, when they go to the trail. I've seen Muscle Mountain do it. I've seen other horses in the big races look for that trail, and they never win. I think sometimes you lose the momentum. You're looking for a breather, but it actually just makes the horse fall because you lost a bit of the momentum because you thought the horse could be pulling a bit. I just have question marks on whether that was the right move, because when he came back out, he had nothing. Where if he just done what he's consistently been doing in park, he may have run a better race. I'm not saying he would have won the race, but I think he might have run a better race to Akuta in that way. But Swayzee, Cameron Hart, great drive, absolutely outstanding. Shame he didn't stay for the free-for-all, but he's obviously looking into Dominion, which is fair enough because he's a good stayer and big handles the series. He's got to be one of the horses to beat with Leap of Fame. But yeah, Swayzee, he was the best on the day. But I question mark the talent in New Zealand at the moment, because after that third over Beach Ball, well, he's a solid horse, but again, if Akuta's the benchmark and Beach Ball's not as good as Akuta, then how good are these horses really? Obviously, some horses that stuffed the start, Republican Party, went huge after that. He's another solid horse, but he's no star as well. I just got question marks on the depth of harness racing. New horses like American Me and Mosdale Ben fighting out fourth. You start scratching your head that these horses are not free-for-all company horses. Like, they're not good enough to win the best races in Australia. So there's a lot of lack of depth in the harness racing in New Zealand at the moment. I believe in the top level, but maybe some of these other horses like Data Stop Dreaming, who won impressively in the junior free-for-all. Merlin, these horses are coming up, but the horse who is coming up and maybe better than all of these horses we just talked about is Millwood Nike. He's 16 in a row, I believe, absolutely carving up, freaking nature. She will have another race in the Grand Prix Day, but I really want to see her go over for the big races, the Queen Elizabeth, even the Miracle Mile. I think this horse is good enough to do it. Whether it's a mile, that's probably a question mark. Whether she's got the ring craft, but this horse, Millwood Nike, could be the best. Now, we had the likes of Blossom Lady, Adore Me. We've had some very good mares over our time, but I think this horse could bang them banner. But this horse can be absolutely top of the tree. Millwood Nike, so I think Millwood Nike, and the way she ran 3 wide the whole trip, absolutely staggering, and just bolted it. Absolutely bolted it. Mantra Blue sat parked in that race, and there was no match for her. It was a great run from Mantra Blue, but just shows you how good Millwood Nike is. Mansion Blue is still a very good horse as well. Another horse that I can see going to Australia. I don't know if she's got much racing in New Zealand, to be honest. I'll be stunned if she stays. Then Artie by the Hill, well, they tried everything to win the race, and the horse just clearly not up to these other horses. Had the best trip of the race and just could not get it done. And was really tight at the end of the race. Artie by the Seaside was a good run. But yeah, Millwood Nike and Mansion Blue are just a class above the rest of the field. There's just no doubting that. Be interesting to see how the future goes. But can Millwood Nike beat Courage Under Fire's record? We will see. But yes, the race of the day for mine was the 2-year-old Colts and Geldings Sire Stakes final, where we saw the impossible happen. Chase a Dream last at the 800 and somehow wins the race after all. They didn't even go that fast. How did Chase a Dream get up even in the last 100? You would have thought maybe run 4th or 5th. He flew to get up to win. And Chase a Dream was outstanding. Absolutely outstanding for Olivia Thornley. Great to see her get the drive. That was something out of this world. Chase a Dream, absolutely staggering. Considering Vesam had an easy run in the front. I Walk by Faith had the trail and was just waiting for the right time to pull out. Cold Chisel got into the race at the right time. Had his opportunity as well. And Chase a Dream just came off the back of all of them and just went whooshka. Got there right on the line. One of the greatest finishes of a long time. It was a very huge win. And it was with I Walk by Faith winning on show day shows that this Chase a Dream's a real deal. So Chase a Dream, these horses, are they going to go to that next level above Akuta? That's the question we need. Chase a Dream reminds me a bit of a have faith in me sort of thing. Just have a sheer bit of speed at the end. So maybe he could be a Miracle Mile horse. Chase a Dream, I Walk by Faith, I think is probably a horse that's going to get better. Vesam, to me, I think he's just gone backwards. He's a solid horse, but he's not going to be a superstar. And Cold Chisel's probably the same sort of thing. They can both make it to open class, but I don't see them going any further than that. But Chase a Dream and I Walk by Faith look like probably two horses that can go to another level and on the improve more. Yes, well, let's go to the show day and the Dominion Trot. Yes, the Dominion Trot, absolute outstanding for Oscar Bonavena. Perfect drive from Mark Purnan. Got into the race at the right time. But obviously the big talking point out of the race was Muscle Mountain pulling out of the race halfway through it. Disappointing for everyone to see just the horse had a fibrillation, looks like it, very disappointing. But it just put the lackluster out of the races. I just didn't, yeah, it was very disappointing. Yeah, other horses in the race, Bolt for Brilliance. So I thought, obviously, just the preparation wasn't there. I should have known that. Had absolutely opportunity. Smoke and Bando went a good race. Had a soft trip that ran on nicely, but it was never going to be good enough for Oscar Bonavena, who got the right run. And I think a lot of people had forgotten about Oscar Bonavena after a couple of lackluster runs. But if you look at that, Kaikoura, he just went, Ashburn, he went too early, and Kaikoura galloped and he ran on. So probably just were forgotten runners, and you probably should have just said Oscar Bonavena. Very good. Coastal Bay was disappointing. Yep, all should have won. I think there's no doubt about it. Had every opportunity to win the race and didn't. So Shangri-La, great win for Cameron Hart. Great drive. But when with Madrid going past Coastal Bay, I'm just scratching my head. What happened there? Did Coastal Bay underperform, or was she just overrated? If you look at her win, start before she won, but she only just won. So maybe that's the question mark you have to say there. But great drive from Cameron Hart. Yes, the New Zealand free-for-all on show day was a bit of a thing. Akuta did a little bit of a check in the running when leading, but South Assured to win from where he was, and the way he'd been racing. How did this horse win? Absolute plain sailing, was running rubbish and somehow wins the New Zealand free-for-all. I don't understand it. Mossdale Ben had every opportunity and just paddled. Beach ball again, consistent, another place to get. But the question marks to me out of the New Zealand Cup week is Bothwell Brilliance probably shouldn't have raced, and same for Old Town Road. These interrupted preps just seem to not really get you anywhere. You need to have a decent prep to win the big races, and that's what has been proven over time. Yeah, it wasn't to be for those two horses, and hopefully they bounce back later in the season. But anyway, that's the Barry Charles Harness for another episode. Have a great day out there.